Welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be learning about our pictograph. More pictographs we'll be doing. In our previous videos, we have learned about our telemarking, and with the help of picture, how to understand the data. We have learned. In this video, we will be learning how to use the pictograph, and using that pictograph, how to represent some data. So in front of you we have one question of total number of animals in 5 villages are given here, and we have different villages and different numbers we have, and we have to represent that with the help of picture. The picture is also given here. This one picture means 10 animal, and we can see that village A having 80, village C is having 90, village E, village B and village D is having different number of animals. And also we can see that the symbol which is representing 10 animals, and after representing it in with the help of this picture, we can find out other things, also other questions that they have given just below it. It is very difficult if we start representing the data with the help of our this telemarking, because representing 120 or 40, it is very difficult. Okay, so using one symbol, this symbol is given to represent 10 animals, right? So altogether we can use 10 animals at the time with the help of picture. You can see we can let us divide the symbol. Okay, let us draw the symbol and divide it in 5 equal parts. So one symbol means 10. So what I am exactly doing, I am dividing it. So what if we have 8? Okay, one symbol means 10, but if I get 8, then how I'll represent it? If I get this 6, then how I will represent it? So for that I'll be drawing more symbols. You can see 10 is represented by this symbol, and now if I divide this symbol into 5 equal parts, and then it will look like this. So you can see one part I have removed, so total 5 parts is there. In the next diagram I am removing another part, and I have removed another part. In our fourth diagram I have drawn the circle and one line to the center. In the fifth diagram I have drawn only the circle. So all these 5 symbols representing 5 numbers. So first one is 10, and the rest one let us write. If the first one is 10, then obviously our next symbol it will be 8. Okay, so it helps us to represent few of the numbers like 18. We can to represent 18, we have one 10 there in 18, and then one 8. So similarly, to represent 16 or something where we have 6, where we have 4, where we have 2, these symbols helps us. So this second symbol represents 8. So let us write these symbols one by one. It will be easy for us. So here we have used one circle and 3 lines. So if I use 4 lines, then it is 40, and one circle, that is 10. And in this next picture we have used one circle and 3 lines. So for that I'll be using 8. In our third picture we have used one circle and 2 line, so that means 6. Next we have one circle and 1 line, so that means for 4. So one symbol basically representing 2. If I add one symbol then that means 2. Okay, so now let us do our table. So this is our tabular form. Village I have taken, and number of animals. So I have 5 villages, A, B, C, D, E. Number of animals I have taken, it is representing 80. A is 80, then B 120, like this. Number of animals village wise I have arranged. Now let us draw the pictograph for 80. So for 80 we have to use, because one symbol represents 10, so for 80 I have to use 8 times the symbol, because in 80 we have 8 tens. So 10 plus 10 plus 10, like this, 8 times we have to add. And if we add 8 times, then we'll get 80, right? So you can see it is yes, this is how we will be representing our 80. 8 symbols we will be taking and we will be putting it like this. So this represents our 81 symbol means 10. It is given in the questions. Now similarly we have to arrange all those 50, 40, 60. Okay, here if I represent it in symbol, it will be like this. So this is our pictograph in front of you. 120, 88 8 symbols are there. For 120, 12 symbols are there. For 90 we have 9 symbols. For 40 we have 4 symbols, and for 60 we have our 6 symbols. Now let us read the questions. How many symbols represent animals in village E? So in village E, how many symbols we have used? You can clearly see I have used 6 symbols, right? So in the village E to represent 60 we have, and in village E we have used 60. The 60 number I have represented with the help of 6 symbols. Okay, and then which village has the maximum number of animals? The maximum number of animals are there in B, and which village has more animals, A or C? So in A and C, if I compare, then we'll get that in C we have little more. Okay, so C is the answer. In which village we have more animals, it will be C. Okay, so this way we have done all the 3 questions, and let us learn it by solving another example. So this is another example in front of us. Total number of students of a school in different years is shown in the following table. So different year we have different number of students. Now we have to prepare a pictograph of students using one symbol. So this one symbol representing 100 now, and after that we have to answer the following questions again. So this is very much clear that one symbol is representing 100, right? One man is representing 100 students. So let us find out some other symbols for this to represent the data. It is very easy. For 400 we will be using 4 symbols, but again we have some other data which is not multiple of 100. So let us write the symbols. Okay, so let us start writing the symbols. So this complete man, okay, means 100. Okay, now let us take out one of his leg. So we have 100 represented by that symbol. Now let us take out one of his leg and let us represent it with this with 80. So what exactly I am considering, I have taken 5 part, his body, 2 hand and 2 leg, which represents 100. So one by one I am removing the parts, and 20, one symbol represents 20. So here you can see one body and one hand, it represents 40. Okay, it will represents 40, and then we have our body only, it will represent 20. So with the help of this we'll be representing our above data. We have 100, 80, 60, 40 and 20. So 100 means one particular person, and then I have removed one leg, it represents 80. Then I have removed 2 legs, it represents 60. A person with the body and hand, it represents 40. And when the person is having only the body, it represents 20. So with the help of this data, we'll try to make a table and we'll try to represent it in pictograph. So let us draw the table. So this is our table. Year we have written, okay, 5 years I have taken, and number of students also I have written. So with the help of pictograph, if I write this 400, because one symbol means 100, so for 400 we'll be using 4 student here. Okay, number of students will be 4. So this we can consider here. So 4 student I can write here. So let us draw this one by one. Yes, so this is our 4 students, which is representing 400. Let us go to 600. It will be easy for us. Yes, this is our 600. One man, 100. Now we can convert this 535, 472, 623 to its nearest tens. It will be easy for us to convert it then. So what we can do, we can convert this to these nearest tens, and for that we can consider the same way we do our data. So for 500 we can use our this 5 human being. Okay, and then for this but before that we have to represent it, and we have to make it nearest 10. So 535 we can make it 540. 472 we are taking it 80. Okay, so I have increased here 8 data, and 623 we can take it as 20. So somehow I have increased here more than I decrease. Now we'll be representing 540 instead of 535. Okay, so for that we'll use 5% and 1% that and the symbol that represents 40. Okay, so you can see I have taken the data. I have represented with 5 human complete person. 540 is represented by the symbol which is given below. Okay, now let us take 480. I have written 4 human being. I have taken 4 human being which represents 400, and then to represent 80 I have taken the data from taking the symbol from below. I have removed 1 leg, that means 80. So this is how I can represent 480. And now let's go to 620, and now you can see 6% represents our 600, and for 20 I can consider the symbol only the body. So this is our 620. So I have already organized the data in a proper way, already represented that in the pictograph. Now let's go back to the our question. How many symbols represent total number of students in the year 2002? So in 2002, how many symbols we have taken? And this is our first question. So we can see 6 person representing the data of 2002. Okay, 6 symbols I have taken. In 2002 we have to use 6 symbols. The next question is, how many symbols represent total number of students for the year 1998? So in the 1998, if we see that we have used 5 complete person, and the remaining person is actually 2 parts we have used, right, out of 5 part, because you can see the 100 means to make 100 we need 5 body part. So to represent 40 we need 2 body part. Okay, so total body parts is 5, out of which 2 parts will represent our 40. So I can write it as 5 here. Okay, so 5 complete body part I have taken, and then to represent this 2 portion of the body part we can write 2 by 5. I hope it is clear to you how I have written 2 by 5, because 2 part I have taken out of 5 parts. This complete symbol, the human being, I have divided into 5 parts, right, to represent the lowest numbers. The complete body is 100, but to represent other I have to divide it. So I have divided it into 5 parts, and out of which I have taken 2 part. Okay, so this is how we will be representing it. And then the last question is, prepare another pictograph of students using any other symbol, each representing 50 students. Which pictograph do you find more informative or exact, you can say, which is giving exact information with less amount of error? Okay, so I have to prepare another pictograph, and I have to represent another symbol, not this symbol, human being. It represents 100. So now I have to draw another pictograph where 50 students I have to take and represent one symbol. Okay, I have to take 50 symbols from here, and then we have to create the data. So let us do this. Let us take some symbol easy symbol we can take, or any other symbol, whatever you want. There are lots of symbols that you can take. So I am taking a symbol of flower, very easy to draw. Okay, so this is my flower, and it represents 50. It represents 50, and so that how we can do this. Okay, so oh sorry, this is not 5, this is our 50. Okay, so this complete symbol represents our 50. So if I take out one portion, so 5 portion represents 50, so one portion means 10. So if I remove one portion, that means it is 40. Now 4 part will make 40, 3 part definitely will make 30, 3 part will make 30. Okay, then if I take 2 part, then it will represent our 20, and if I take only 1, then it will represent our 10. Okay, so this is how I am representing the numbers with the help of our pictures, different pictures I have taken. And now let us draw the table. This is in front of you. I have this is the table in front of you. We have year, we have number of students, and then we have our pictograph to draw. So 400, for 400 we'll be using our 8 symbols now, because one symbol represents 50. So that way we have to represent with the 4 symbol. Now this is our 400. Next we can go for 600, and others we can do after converting it. So this is our 600. So I have used here 12 symbols to represent our 600. Okay, and now we have done with this 400 and 600. Let us convert this 535, 470. Okay, that 472, if you can see that if I take 80 in our last question, we have added 8 here. Okay, so definitely I have added much more because I have to arrange this in such a way that I can get a symbol, and we know that 80 is having one symbol. That is why we converted 472 to 80, 480, so that for 80 I can use one symbol. And in our previous example I have considered 100 as a symbol. Okay, but definitely I have added more numbers here, and that means that we are a little bit far away from our accurate data. So if I take 535 and if I add some numbers, 472, if I make it closer to now tens round off, then it is easy. Okay, 472 will be 470, 623 will be 620, and our 535 will be, I can take it 440. Now in 472 I have added 2 number. In 623, oh sorry, I have decreased 2 numbers. In 623 I have decreased 2 number, but in 535 I have added 5 numbers. So whatever number I have added in 535, that but same amount of number I have decreased. Okay, in 472. So in 535 I have added 5 numbers. Okay, to make it 540. Okay, why I'm making 540? Because we have a symbol to represent 40. Okay, then this 50 72, I can write it like 50 plus 22. 22 again we do not have any symbol to represent, so that is why I converted it into our 470. Okay, I converted it into our 470. So we have 50 and 20. So now it is very easy to represent. And this 620, again this 623 and 472, both these combining, if I combine together, then I have actually decreased 5 numbers, and in 435 I added 5 numbers. So that how all the things are balanced. The number that I have decreased, I have increased here. So 440 I can represent it like this. Okay, with the help of this symbol. Please do write this and the symbol somewhere, and so that it will be helpful for you. So you can see that one flower means 50, so 2 flower will be 100. So 1 2 3 400 500. Okay, and then the remaining symbol is 40. Okay, this is our 40. I have removed one part of this. Out of 5 part, I have removed one part. 470 I can represent it like this. So we have our 2 flowers, which will represent our 100. Okay, then we have our 200 300 400. This is 450, and this symbol represents 20. So this is my 470. Now let us represent this 620 with the help of pictograph. So this is our 620. The 2 flowers combined together will represent 100. This is 200. This is our 300. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. And this symbol having 2 portion represents 20. So this is our 620. So this is how I have represented the data. Definitely you can see that how means in this type of arrangement. Okay, here in this graph where I have taken the symbol to represent 50 is much more convenient, and it is giving me accurate data definitely. Other than that, the pictograph where I have represented the human being, and I have taken it 100, right? So there I have where I have taken the symbol to represent 100. It is not that accurate because I have added more data. But where I have taken the symbol to represent 50, here representation of the graph is more accurate. Okay, than the symbol which represents 100. Okay, so this is how we have done this video, and I hope the video is very much clear to you. Please keep watch the videos more time, a number of time you to practice it in your notebook. Watch the video, pause the video, do share the video with all the people who is learning our data handling. I hope the video is clear to you. If it is clear to you, please do not forget to like the video. This is very helpful to everyone. Thank you for watching the video till the end.